right at it.
Hear the hunger in my voice, they used to tell me to speak up. The problem was of what I was saying, they couldn't keep up. Instead of moving around with some patience, they tried to speed up. It got colder than a bitter bitch, found me a way to heat up. What's a favor for a favor if we all didn't make it? Kept it 100 with everybody, but they just gon' change. I ain't get caught up in the hype, cause I ain't feel like I made it. Couldn't picture me here now, but here's your moment to frame. And I ain't never understand that self-entitlement spirit. I felt your vibe, I don't wanna get near it. Before I made the appearance, I took a second, took a look in the mirror. This God, Lord, the only thing that I fear. Y'all got me fucked up. It's all passion, it's tradition, it ain't fashion. It's no action, they make threats and it's still passing. I think massive, no respond, that's still tact. Y'all should quit rapping. Cheap shots, I'm cinematic. I ain't average, I'm an overthrow fanatic. How I go, you lose and win like asthmatic. I got first, that's automatic. I'm the best in my division. In the ghetto like the pigeons, in the hood like the engine. You a bird for that chicken. I don't fake split decisions cause my mind made up, nigga. We in the end of time, but my time ain't up, nigga. I was young and running wild and wide-eyed like a cabbage patch. I had to get it, it's vivid, adapted to my habitat. It's certain shit I won't do, certain shit you can't prove. My shit sound like a payday, yours like more when the rent. If I had $1 for every dime you counted, I would be broke. Watch it be close, got a better chance, boxing the goal. And they know I'm raw, and they know the squad, and I'm feeling lost, still in charge. I don't make it follow, I follow the law. Standing tall like they here on Mars. I just got a call from my bro, he behind the wall, he told me let it off. Niggas lying for some cat, I got a different line in me. Everybody intimidated, I got that guy in me. You get focused on them dimes, I'd rather keep my nine with me. Help me get this off the ground, just know you won't fly with me now.
I try to make the news, I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gon' be the middle. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home yeah. Trophy, I ain't never had to choose.
I'm trying to get beamed up, man, y'all trying to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gon' pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up, man, y'all trying to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gon' pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up.
Sounds great. Listen. Huh? Let me see. No, let me check. Yeah, it's working good. All right, let's clap it up. Clap it up. I shoot PK, Southern California. I'm just filling in the great seat of Captain Gadalhar. I'm captain of 10,000 Cornwall. You understand? This is another scripture breakdown class. You know, put your questions in the comments comment section. We're gonna jump right into it, man. Y'all know what's going on, man. This is a time to really start paying attention and have your eyes wide open. You understand? What's going on is Satan knows that his time is limited. So he's trying to run amok in between brothers in the world. You understand? This is what you read about when the Most High talked about Satan or Shaitan in the book of Job, where he asked Job, where are you going? Where are you coming from? He said, to and fro, you know what I mean? Up and down the ladder. This is him right now working overtime, because guess what? Blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians are waking up. You understand? Right. They're starting to realize that the white man is the deceiver. He is the liar. He is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? Right. And a lot of times, you know, we can get deceived because what's going on, man? Times are starting to get harder. Times are starting to become more stressful. And why? Because that is been prophesied in the end. You understand? For things to kind of box you in, squeeze you in. And why is that being done? Because if you won't come together, the Lord is going to press you together. You understand? To give you the absolute opportunity to do what? To make a choice. And I know at times, like a lot of brothers and sisters that see us in the work of the Lord, they'll make excuses like, man, you can't be perfect. You understand? You can't do it. That how you talking about not eating this, not talking to these type of women, hating these people. Anything is possible if you put your mind to it. You understand? Right. You make an excuse for the things that you do because of what? Because you don't want to fight. Right. You know why you don't want to fight? Because getting high is easier. Getting drunk out of your mind is easier. Having no accountability is easier. You understand? Listen, let's get something that David talked about. Let's go to Psalms chapter 51 and verse 5. Let's go to Psalms 51 and 5 real quick. This is something you Christians and fake Israelites and Christianites and brothers that say you in the truth, but you are in the world. Right. And if you got a problem with what I said, come holler at me about it. I'm really like that. I really don't care. I don't care about your feelings. I don't care what you're into. If it's not of the Lord, if it's not brotherhood, if it's not standing with Commander General Yohanan, man. Right. Read it when you got it.
Come. The book of Psalms, chapter 51, verse 5. Behold, I was shapen in iniquity.
I was what?
I was shapen in iniquity.
David was bringing out, man, he was shapen in iniquity. You ever heard that you was born in sin? This is what he was talking about. I was shapen in iniquity. Keep going.
Oh, God. In sin did my mother conceive me.
And in sin did my mother conceive me. What is this talking about? This means that David, like all of us, were born in the nature of sinful flesh, meaning we came into this earth born having the ability to be tempted. But are you allowed to succumb to your temptation? Absolutely not. It's a choice to smoke weed. Right. It's a choice to have sex with whores. It's a choice to hate your people. It's a choice to do the things that you do that are in opposition of the Lord. Do you understand? Read that one more time from the top.
The book of Psalms, chapter 51, verse 5.
Go ahead.
Behold, I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin, and in sin did my mother conceive me.
So you have to understand, man, you were born in the nature of sin. Your flesh was able to be tempted. And this is why Christ, our King, you understand, was so excellent, so beautiful, so wonderful in what he was able to accomplish coming in the flesh, meaning what? He made it to where you couldn't make an excuse. Because guess what? He said in Hebrews, you know what I want? That 11 and Hebrews, we came in the flesh, Hebrews 2 and 14, something like that. Somebody pull that. When he came into the flesh, you understand? So that what? So that you couldn't have an excuse anymore. Right. Because that's what we have become, a people of excuses when we don't want to have to do the hard things, the necessary things, the right things. And you know what our excuse is? The other nations don't have to do it. Well, guess what? You weren't born to be like the other nations. Right. You were born better, of a greater stock, of a favorable people. Why? Because the Lord chose you over all the other nations. Right. You understand? And you have to accept that you are important. that you are to be loved. You are to be respected. But nobody's going to give you anything unless you command it,
Right.
unless you stand for it. You understand?
That's
Is that what I want? Hebrews 2.
For as much then as he chose. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 2, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
For as much then as the children are partakers of flesh and blood, he also himself likewise took part of the same, that through death he might destroy him that had the power of death, that is the devil.
Most High Christ. I'm just bringing this out to make it very clear that Christ took partake in the very things that you take on every day. He was tempted. Matter of fact, he was tempted specifically by Satan. You understand? And Satan knew what he was going to get if he would have made Christ bend the knee. You understand? He was going to have fulfilled his duty. Don't allow Satan to win. Satan has a job to do, and that is to destroy you. You're not allowed to be destroyed, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians.
right.
You're commanded to be strong. You don't believe me? What's that? Joshua chapter 1, verse 8. Somebody pull that real quick. I think that's what I want. Joshua 1 and 8. Tell me if I'm wrong. It's in the book of Joshua. Let me get it myself. 1 second. Go ahead and grab it. Let me know if that's it.
This book of the law shall not depart.
No, that's not it. Verse 9. That's right. It's 8. It's 1 and 9. Read it.
Come on. The book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 9. Have not I commanded thee?
Hold on. Have not I what?
Have not I commanded thee?
Listen, Joshua was in charge around this time, brother. He had a lot of work to do after all the excellent things Moses did. You understand? Aaron did. The children of Israel did, getting up out of the wilderness and watching our people be saved while our enemies be destroyed. I think we just left Passover in Atlanta, did we not?
Right.
You understand? We got to understand the essence of who we serve. You understand? It says, have I not commanded thee to what?
Come on. Have not I commanded thee? Be strong and of a good courage.
Be strong, and not just strong, but of a good courage. You know why? You know why it takes courage? You understand why he said courage? Because it takes that ability to overcome.
Right.
You understand? That's why. What's the credo? Trooper Shakat. Is that right or Shalat? Shalak is Shalat. My bad. I gotta get used to it.
Shakat is in the restroom.
Shakat is in the restroom. Shalak. Trooper Shalat. What does it mean? You understand? I just forgot my question. What was I asking? Salakia. I'll read it back from the top. Let me get it back.
The book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 9. Have not I commanded thee? Be strong and of a good courage.
And of a good courage. What is the credo here in ISUPK? Yup, Trooper.
No cowards, no excuse.
No what?
No coward, no excuse.
No cowards, no excuse. You know why? Because you have to be of good courage and you have to be strong. You understand?
Right.
The Lord does not allow weakness. It's not acceptable.
Right.
You understand? The Lord will take it another notch. You're not even allowed to be soft.
Right. That's right.
You understand? That's who we serve. You understand? Because he understands to rule a people, you got to be strong.
That's
To
right.
rule and command a people, you have to be fearless. You can't do that without being strong. You can't do that without having courage. And you can best believe you can't do it without having faith.
That's
You
right.
understand? Any questions in the room? We're going to keep rolling.
Come on.
You had a question? Go ahead.
Come on. It was about specifically the transfiguration in Matthew 17.
Transfiguration in Matthew 17. Let's get it.
Come on. So like if I may, I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead.
The question was basically, what was the spirit behind the disciples seeing Moses and Elijah? during the
So
transfiguration.
in the transfiguration, the spirit behind, let's get it, Shalaki.
Come on.
This is when they seen all of them, the Christ, Moses, and who else was there? Elijah, you said?
Come on.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's pull the precept.
Come on. The book of Matthew, chapter 17, verse 1. And after 6 days, Yahweh took Peter, James, and John, his brother, and bringing them up into an high mountain apart, and was transfigured before them. And his face did shine as the sun, and his raiment was white as the light. And behold, there appeared unto them Moses and Elias talking with him.
Right there. So the spirit behind it was this. So what are you asking? Like, you're just asking, what's the spirit? Why did they see Elijah and why did they see Moses there as well?
That and the spirit behind the transfiguration.
Okay, the spirit behind the transfiguration, like it, I can't think. So like it, I'm gonna just hold off. Let Cap answer that. I think he understands it a little better than me. It's not coming to my memory right now, so I'm gonna hold on that because it's not ringing a bell. Give me Matthew 26 and 41. The way I want to say it. Go ahead, Doc. You want to read? You had a question, Yakuwan? Oh, you want to read? Go ahead. Yep.
Okay. There's the book of Matthew, chapter 26, verse 41.
Mm-hmm.
Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation.
Watching what?
Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation.
Why is this being reminded? Why is this important to remember? Anyone? Trooper.
Satan on the loose.
He's on the what?
On the loose.
He's on the loose, man. But why? What else? Give me some more. Go ahead, Ashkawar. Give me some more.
So, because it says it in the script in the verse, sir. If I may, it says, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak.
Come on. Let's keep reading and we'll get it further.
Okay. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak.
Man, listen. You ever had days your spirit, man, you on 10. You understand? You like, man, everything going good. I'm a rock this, man. I can't wait. I'm in the truth. I got it going on now, man. I'm not the old man. I'm a new man. You understand? I'm getting respect from those around me that didn't give me respect prior. But then something happens to you. You understand? Something troubles you. Something causes you to reconsider. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. We're in consistent contention with our flesh. Every day you're battling. Every day to do what? To keep yourself in check.
Right.
And a lot of times as you get comfortable, you forget this. So very much believe you are not allowed to get what? Go ahead. You're not allowed to get comfortable. Because when you get comfortable, what do you make? Go ahead, Doc. Come on. You make mistakes, brother. Get that brother a hand, man. It's true. We're paying attention. Most High Christ. Like, and that's a lot of times that, we don't pay attention to. You understand? We fail ourselves for getting comfortable. And I got to ask brothers, why are brothers and sisters getting comfortable anyway? Coming into the truth does not mean you're getting on a chariot, right?
Right.
You understand that, right?
Right.
So why do certain people do that? Anybody know? Go ahead, Trooper.
Because either they're halfway in still with that Christianity residue,
Mm-hmm.
or they think this is all I had to do. Now, all my sins forgiven. I don't have to worry.
That's it right there. They think you come in here and this is all I got to do. This place is not what?
Comfortable.
Not only is it not a place you could be comfortable, but what is it not? Go ahead.
The Christian church.
Damn right. Give them a hand. That's exactly what it's not. It's not the Christian church. You understand? And that is what we have to make sure doesn't get in here. The spirit of it. So like the church. Oh. No sweat. So that's what we have to stay in constant memory of, constant understanding. We have to completely clean ourselves of the Christian church so that we can do what? Become what the Lord knows wants to be perfect.
Right.
It'll show you. Doing that will allow you to be fully in the spirit, fully locked in. You understand?
Right.
Is there any more on that?
Lot of one. So like in verse 42, he went away again second time and prayed, saying, "Oh my Father, if this cup may not pass away from me, except I drink it, thy will be done."
Stop right there. And that's going off topic. That's Christ. If you didn't know, this is something that a lot of people didn't know and understand fully. It's like, you want to take it? Pass the class over to Precinct Captain 13,000. All right, let's get it. Wrap it up.
First class since Passover. The scripture breakdown since Passover. So I can. Hold on a second. Let me see this chat. What's going on, man? What's going on in the chat? Shalom, Yabashim Shabbat. Shalom, Yahal Shamal Atham Bashim Yahshai. All right, let's get. Where's you at right now, Quan?
I was just reading in Matthew, but the topic was over. It was just talking about where Christ wanted that. He asked the Lord if that cup could be passed from him when he had to go and fill the order.
Oh, okay. Most high in Christ. Y'all good on that? Yes. Anybody see my book bag in here?
Not sure. I know the brother did have a question on the transfiguration.
Who had a question on it?
So
Let's go. What was your question?
What was the spirit behind the transfiguration and the brothers seeing Moses and Elijah talking with Christ?
God. What do you think it was? Why do you think they seen all three of them?
Like, if I may,
Uh-huh.
Moses represents the law, and Elijah the prophets, and Christ kind of represents both. But
Where you hear that from? In class?
law,
Okay, yeah, that's not correct.
go.
Anybody else know? Is that mine? No, that's not mine. Anybody else know about the transfiguration? What it meant? No sweat. Let's get the preset.
Go. The book of Matthew, chapter 17, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
And after 6 days, Jesus taketh Peter, James, and John, his brother, and bringeth them up into an high mountain apart.
So one more time, he brought who?
He brought Jesus taketh Peter, James, and John, his brother, and bringeth them up into an high mountain apart,
Uh-huh.
and was transfigured before them.
He was what?
And transfigured before them.
Go ahead.
And his face did shine as the sun, and his raiment was white as the light.
Mm-hmm.
And behold, there appeared unto them Moses and Elias talking with him.
Go ahead.
Verse 4, then answered Peter and said unto Jesus, Lord, it is good for us to be here. If thou wilt let us make here 3 tabernacles, one for thee, and one for Moses, and one for Elias.
So now Peter said, what? Let's make 3 tabernacles for all 3 of y'all. Because y'all are amazing brothers, right? That's what he said. All right, go ahead.
Verse 5, while yet he spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them. And behold, a voice out of the cloud which said, this is my beloved son.
One more time.
This is my beloved
One
son.
more time.
This is my beloved son.
All 3 of them?
Like,
You talking to all 3 of them?
Jesus Christ.
Right. Go ahead.
Come on. This is my beloved son, in whom I am well pleased.
Did he say he was pleasing anybody else?
Lord.
Right. Go ahead.
Come on. Hear ye him.
Hear ye what?
Hear ye him.
Hear ye what?
Hear ye him.
Hear ye them.
Him.
All.
Hear ye him.
Go ahead.
And verse 6. And when the disciples heard it, they fell on their face
Mhm.
and were sore afraid.
Now, what was okay? We're all the way to 9. Go ahead.
Come on. Verse 7.
8, verse 8. Yeah, Mark, Matthew 17:1, right?
Come on.
All right, go ahead.
Verse 7. And Jesus came and touched them and said, arise and be not afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 8. And when they had lifted up their eyes, they saw no man save Yahushua only.
One more time. They saw who?
They saw no man save Yahushua only.
Right. Now, break it down. What was that? What was the reason for the transfiguration?
It's like, was it the Lord proving to them that Christ is who he said he is?
Perfect. That's it. Christ is the one to follow. That was the point. So that's why he brought up Moses. That's why he brought up Elijah. Those are prominent figures, right?
Right.
And then said, what? This is my son. Hear ye him, not hear ye them.
Right.
Right? So this is the man you should follow. You understand, right? So forget everything you ever heard before. This is the person you should follow. That was the point of bringing those 3 up. That's why he said, oh, man, we should make 3 tabernacles. One for him, one for him. No, that's not how this works. Everybody's not going to share the power. You get what I mean? It's one person and that's it. All right? Yeah, the question up? No sweat. Sorry, I thought someone raised their hand.
Like,
Go ahead. Mike.
So like it could have been, maybe I'm thinking too deep about it, but because the Sadducees and Pharisees was trying to hold on to the law of Moses, like so much, like, oh, well, Moses said this, you know?
Mhm.
Like, is that kind of like the
No, the Sadducees and Pharisees was not trying to hold on to the law. The Sadducees and Pharisees was trying to impose the law on people while breaking the law.
Right.
You get what I mean? So that it wasn't trying to hold on to the law of Moses at all. You know what I mean? That's what it wasn't about. Right?
Go.
All right. Any other questions? Go ahead, Yaquan.
Well, one more if I may add one.
Mhm.
Can I get a breakdown of how the ISUPK is the home of the truth and in the Bible?
Con, damn right. Give him a hand. That's my favorite topic. Yeah. That's my favorite topic of all time. I'll give you 1,000 precepts on it. Okay. I'll pull it for you. You said your question is, can you prove that? Can you show me where ISUPK is the home of the truth? And what else? And something in the Bible and the precepts in the Bible, right?
Khan, and how the ISUPK is in the Bible.
I got you. No sweat. Let's go. Home of the truth. Let's go. Let's start with Ephesians. Everybody know, right? Ephesians 4:4. Let's start there. I'm gonna give you 4 precepts on this topic, and then we're gonna move on. All right.
Khan.
Let's go. Ephesians 4:4. Go ahead. Shalat. Shalat. I think Shalat and Shakat. Shalat, Shakat. Go ahead.
All right. It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 4.
Uh-huh.
There is one body
Right.
and one spirit.
So now hold on. Let's read it again. There's what?
There is one body
There's one body
and one spirit.
and one spirit. Everybody understand this, right? So let's break it down. When the Bible says there's one body, what body is it talking about? What is a body? Go ahead.
Member.
Huh?
A member.
Right. So like even when you say, like you ever heard of script, you ever heard of say like the churches, right? In the Bible, the church is what? Right, the people.
The people.
Right, the people. Right. So now there was several churches, right? Everybody understand that, right? There were 7 churches, but in those 7 churches, they all were a part of one school because they taught all the same things. Just like how we're the same in Houston, we're the same in Oakland, we're the same in Arizona and Vegas. You get what I'm saying? The same in Philly and New York. We're all the same. We're all from different schools. Hey, can you find me little sanctuaries, please? In Ezekiel. Let me get that real quick. Little sanctuaries. Ezekiel, I think it's 38 and 16, but just double check. All right. So now we're one body. And when you're in one body, what does that mean? Go ahead.
You all do the same thing.
Exactly. We all do the same thing because we're all together. We're in one body. We're on one team, right? Go ahead. There's one body.
There's one body
Uh-huh.
and one spirit.
And one spirit. And then in that body, you have the same spirits. Your body, you're supposed to have the same spirit. You understand, right? That's why we are the way we are, because we come up under our leadership. So our leadership is Commander General Yohana and the generals. And their spirit comes down onto us and to the captain, to the officers, to every camp leader, and their spirit goes into the school. Every school might have a different spirit in what sense? Or what they do in the body. You get what I mean? But everyone also will have the same spirit. All right, go ahead. You got that, Quan?
So Ezekiel 11 and 16.
11 and 16. What's that, 38 and 16?
Yeah.
Go ahead. 11 and 16. Let's go.
Book of Ezekiel, chapter 11, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore say, thus saith God, although I cast them far off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they are.
One more time from the top.
Ezekiel 11 and 16. Therefore say, thus saith the Lord God, although I have cast them far off among the heathen.
Right. Even though I cast them far off among the heathen, remember, we went to all different nations, right? Remember Matthew 1, 1 Peter 1:1, James 1:1, we're scattered amongst the nations. You understand, right? So Christ said this. Excuse me. The Lord said this. Ezekiel said this, right? Even though I scattered them amongst the heathens, go ahead.
And although I have scattered them among the countries,
and the countries, go ahead.
Yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary.
In every country, you're going to find a little sanctuary, a school, right? Go ahead.
In the countries where they shall come.
That's it?
That's it, sir.
Perfect. You know what I mean? So now if you're in London, we have a school in London, right? If you're in Jamaica, we got a school in Jamaica. And guess what? If you're in Norway, guess what? Who's the school? Go ahead. Yeah, but who's going to be the school? There's no one in Norway. Who's going to be the school? Go on.
If you're in Norway,
Yeah.
you're going to be
You're the school. Everybody understand? So they ask you, do we got a school? Do we got a school in Timbuktu? Like you there, right? Yeah, come. Yeah, you're the school. That's how we're gonna build the school, through you in Timbuktu. Y'all understand? Keep going.
Verse 17, therefore say, thus saith the Lord God, I will even gather you from the people and assemble you out of the countries where ye have been scattered.
Mhm.
And I will give you the land of Israel.
Perfect. Now let's go back to 4 and 4 though. Ephesians 4 and 4.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
There is one body
Go ahead.
and one spirit, even as ye are called in one hope of your calling,
Go ahead.
one Lord, one faith, one baptism.
Right. What is a baptism? Iba?
Teaching.
The teaching, right? There's only one teaching. You understand this, Jacqueline, right?
Call God.
There's only one teaching. So now there's only one body, one spirit, one hope in your calling, one baptism, one teaching, not multiple teachings. You understand, right?
Call God.
So if I in the ISBK teach one thing, we all teach the same thing.
Right.
You get what I mean? We don't change what we've been taught. If you change what we're taught, now guess what? You're in a fake Israelite group.
Right.
You're in somewhere else now. You're not with us. And the Lord doesn't teach that because he teaches one body.
Right.
Right? Keep going.
Oh, God. Verse 6. One God and Father of all.
Right. One God and Father and all. A Father and all. Now, let's go more. Let's get Matthew 12 and 30. You know fake Israelites in the Bible, right? Everybody know that or no? You go read Acts the 5th chapter, you're gonna read about fake Israelites in the Bible. You understand? You're gonna read about how fake Israelites appeared. John's group was a fake Israelite group. You understand? The John the Baptist, yeah, he was in the fake Israelite group.
It's the book of Matthew chapter 12, verse 30.
Go ahead.
He that is not with me is against me.
Now, one more time.
He that is not with me is against me.
So if you're not with us, you're against us. You understand? That's clear, right? If we're not together, then you're our enemy. You are what they call Antichrist. Everybody used to think Antichrist was some, demon on a horse with a hoodie or something, right? An Antichrist is something against the truth. I get that, right?
Okay.
So if you're not with us, you're what?
Against us.
Go ahead.
And he that gathereth not with me scattereth abroad.
And if you don't gather with me, you're scattering abroad. That's what you're doing. Those fake Israelites, they scatter abroad. They scatter abroad. Y'all see that tape with the purple cats? He said, see, I know you a sinner because you a glutton. You seen that? You big. That was crazy.
He's like, you overweight.
Yeah, he said, you overweight.
He's like, me ain't overweight, look.
That was crazy. I wonder if he gonna tell Big Free today. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, that was the most like baseless and shameless thing I've seen. You know what I mean? That's how you chase people away. I think he was a hammer anyway. Who cares? They trying to talk to anybody who hear them. You know what I mean? But I seen that and I was like, that's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? You know they call Christ, right? Go ahead, True. Yeah, no, that's not what they say. Go ahead. Go ahead. Shalat. A wine bibber, right? They said he came eating and drinking. They said every time they see him, he was eating. Every time they see him, he was drinking. That's why they call him a wine bibber. Every time I see you eating and drinking, every time. Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? You might see a brother once every 2 weeks. Every time you see him, might be eating and drinking. Ooh, that's all right, right? Matthew 12 and 30. Finish that for me. You start from the top. Go ahead.
The book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 30.
Uh-huh.
He that is not with me is against me.
Go ahead.
And he that gathereth not with me scattered abroad.
Perfect. You know what I mean? You understand that, right? Let's get some more. Let me get 1 Corinthians 11 and 18. And then I'm going to look up the word heresy in this Bible dictionary real quick, all right? Because heresy is another thing you might need for this break.
It's like it's 11, 18, 11, and 17.
11 and 18. 1 Corinthians 11.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
For first of all, when ye come together in the church, I hear that there be divisions among you, and I partly believe it.
Right. So now Paul is sending a letter to the church in Corinth. And he's saying, what? He said, I heard there would be divisions among you. That's what he heard, right? Go ahead.
And I partly believe it. Verse 19.
Uh-huh.
For there must be also heresies
Heresies.
Go ahead.
Salakia.
Heresies among you, that they which are approved may be made manifest among you.
Go ahead.
Verse 20. When ye come together, therefore, into one place, this is not to eat the Lord's Supper.
Right now, stop right there. So now he said there's going to be heresies among you. Let's go read what a heresy is, right? 1 second. Heresy. Right here. All right. I got the page written down right here. 348. All right. So heresy. A sect or faction not necessarily representing a departure from orthodox doctrine. As a sect, Nazarenes, the Pharisees are called the straightest sect. Christianity is called a heresy. You understand that, right? Christianity is called a heresy. A doctrine or sect representing a departure from sound doctrine. That's what you call a heresy. So anytime you see someone speaking against the Bible, speaking against the truth, they're speaking heresies. You understand? So if you say something off from what we was taught in here, you're speaking a heresy. That's a sin according to the Bible. You understand? So anyone you see those guys, they're like, oh, they're committing a sin. They're teaching something off. But something Christ did that was so beautiful, right? I'm gonna read this one. Can you find me forbade them not? Forbade them not.
Matthew,
Yes, in Matthew for sure.
Matthew 19 and 14.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 14.
Yep.
But Yahushua said, suffer little children and forbid them not to come unto me, for such is the kingdom of heaven.
Now give me the other account. There's a better one.
The other one is 10 and 26, I think.
Let me hear that one.
No, it's like,
Why are you finding that? Give me 1 Corinthians 1 and 10.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 1, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Now I beseech you, brother, by the name of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, that ye all speak the same thing.
One more time.
Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of Yahushua Mashiach, that ye all speak the same thing.
We speak the same thing. Y'all understand, right? So now let me ask you, let's go right here. Let's get into the teaching part of it. If we are all together, if Christ loved all Israelites, how come we don't teach the same thing? You understand? Why? Well, that's not a question. But I'm just saying, like, why, if we all together, right? If we all together, if you're in this Israelite group and you're in this Israelite group, you know, these fake Israelite groups, they get what they call summits. You know what I mean? Where all fake Israelite groups come together and have a camp. And they're at the camp and they're teaching different doctrines at the camp. So they're confusing the people. This camp believes in this and this camp believes in that. And they teaching whatever comes to their mind because you know what they want to do? They just want to be together in unity and love. You know what that sounds like? Yeah, it sounds like Christianity. And what else does it sound like?
If I may, sir,
Go ahead.
it sounds like a Greek mixer.
Yeah, but that's just what I just pulled out. What else does it sound like?
A Christian
Nope. Brother said it. Go ahead.
gay orgies.
I did not say gay orgy.
A bunch of men.
A heresy, exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like. It sounds like a heresy. Sounds like a lie. You're making it up. No sweat. You sound like you're making it up. Go ahead, Quan.
It's Luke 9 and 50. So
Like Luke 9 and 50?
that's what you mean.
God, let's go. So they getting this summit thing, and they all come together. Of course, they don't want us there. We would never show up to something like that. Y'all understand that, right? Because we are in the truth. We don't teach with someone who teaches a different thing. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and it's hilarious because to go there in the summit, teach different doctrines, but then tell someone to come back to Christ.
Yeah.
Come together.
Yeah.
Now, how are you teaching someone to come together when you don't even come together yourself?
Right.
And you make the illusion that, oh, we can come together for this one time.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, I still don't like this brother. He doesn't have the truth, and y'all murmuring and all kind of crazy.
Right. Exactly. You get what I'm saying? So that's what happens in these fake Israelite groups. And it's all a heresy, right? Where we at? 1 Corinthians 1:10. Did we read that already? All right, no sweat. Now let's go to Luke. What? Oh, Luke 9:50. You got it. Go ahead.
The book of Luke, chapter 9, verse 49. And John answered and said, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name, and we forbade him, because he followed not with us.
So now imagine you a young brother in the truth. You know no better. It's something I would do. When I was young, I was like, damn. Well, we didn't. It wasn't walking around. It was on YouTube, right? So I'm on YouTube, and all I knew was the ISUPK. And then I seen another camp. In the camp, I was like, damn. Okay, that's cool. I thought they sound like us a little bit. I'm not knowing their whole breakdown. I'm like, well, why they not with us? So I'm in the comments, like, you know what I mean? Like, y'all, why y'all not with the ISUPK? Who is y'all? and y'all not the real priest. So I go and call Captain Todd Warren. I'm like, it's like, sir, who is these guys? Like, you know what I mean? I thought we was the only ones doing this. He's like, nah, there's a lot of fake Israelite groups. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. So I said, how come we don't stop them from talking? You know what I'm saying? If we the home of the truth. And he pulled this precept. He said, this is what we gotta do. Read it from the top.
Luke 9:49. And John answered and said, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name.
Right. So they casting out devils in thy name. Go ahead.
And we forbade him.
And we stopped him. Forbade means to stop. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Because he followeth not us.
Because he wasn't with us. Go ahead.
And Yahushua said unto him, forbid him not, for he that is not against us is for us.
One more time.
And Yahushua said unto him, forbid him not, for he that is not against us is for us.
Go ahead.
And it came to pass like that.
Solid. Why did he say that? Why did Christ say, for he is not against us, is for us? Go ahead, Trooper.
He can show him, so he can show him right from wrong.
Who? Show who right from wrong?
The people,
Show what people?
Israel.
You right there. That's not totally correct. You probably not bringing it home. Go ahead.
It's because you need something to show. You need something to show you. Because if it was only Christ, like seeing the other groups shows you where the truth is.
There you go. Exactly. Right. I understand. If you have those fake Israelite groups, that's where all the suckers can go. You get what I'm saying? Take them, weed them out. That's how they get weeded out. You understand, right? And they not against us. They are for us. They'll take every weak individual who wants to get high, who wants to sleep with boys, who loves Africans, who loves getting shit in their ass, right? So they'll do that. Those fake Israelite groups for. So they can take every person with a weakness and say, here's a group for you. You get me? Here's the group that suits you. But you though, you have to change everything about you to be here. You understand? You cannot be in here without changing. You can't. There's nothing you can compromise with. There's nothing like, well, you know, I like this group because I can still sleep with white women, right? No, you can't sleep with white women no more. No, you can't get high. You better not do nothing gay in here. You get what I'm saying? No, you can't. Whatever all these figures like groups do. You can't have your dreads and be in here. You know what I'm saying? You can't. I don't know. Whatever else they do. Everything in here is super against all those things, right? If you come in here with dreads, I'm gonna just start talking about dreads. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna just start breaking down dreads. Give me the dreadlock breakdown. You know what I'm saying? You come in here looking white, I'm gonna just go in on devils. I'm just call it white. The whole topic would be like talking about something else. I'd be like, you know, I'm gonna switch my whole topic today and get this demon out of here. You know what I'm saying? Just to see. You gotta try the spirit, right? Just to see, right? But if some cat come in here with fringes on their shirt, I'm gonna talk about fake Israelites. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk about them bad, as bad as I possibly can, just so I can see what you're about. You get what I mean? Because in here, the Lord ain't having that. That's what those fake Israelite groups are for. So those are the places for other people to go to. You get what I'm saying? That's why the Lord said, don't trip off them, forbade them not. Let them have that. Let them have that. But the ones that the Lord calls, they'll come here. You understand, right? Solid. Go ahead.
If I may,
Mhm.
when I was watching online, they led me to the truth, which is the ISUPK. So they out there putting in, they not with us,
Right.
but they lead us to us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's how I found it.
Yeah. A lot of brothers, man, like a lot of brothers, they seen other Israelite groups, and it was like they you know, when they're young, they're like, hey, that's kind of right. But then there's something about them that it doesn't fit with you. You like, like it sound good, but that's not who I am. You get what I'm saying? Like I know a lot of brothers that told me stories about how they heard other Israelite groups first, or the conscious community and stuff like that, right? They heard those things, or even the Christian church. It's like, damn, I believe, but it just something wasn't sitting right in my spirit. That's the Lord. You know what I mean? That's the Lord. The Lord is guiding you to here. Like a lot of people get the misconception that you chose this place. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't choose this place. You didn't choose this place. The Lord chose you to be here. You got a question?
If I may, sir, with the fake Israelite groups, I felt as though I could swindle them.
Uh-huh.
I felt as though I could get away with something in there. But when they got home to the truth,
Yeah.
there wasn't no way around it. Wasn't no weed.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. Everybody in here is like an investigator. And like, where you from? What's your name? Like, why you went? Why? A whole bunch of questions. Brother would question you to death. You get what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? You like stick out like you'll glow in the dark in daylight in here. You know what I'm saying? It's like something off with this brother. And everybody just you think your brother is trying to be friendly. He trying to like see what you about for real. You know what I'm saying? He coming to you asking you. He got his foot in between your center line and all that. You don't even know. You know what I'm saying? You like, yeah. Yeah, no, you know, I'm from here. No, okay, that's what's up. He kind of usher you out the door a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's how I go in here. But for everyone that the Lord wants, they'll be in here. You know what I'm saying? I probably need one more precept. Lahab pulled a couple precepts that we can pull to. Matthew 7:21. Go ahead, Quan.
Corinthians, the next chapter, 12 and 12.
Okay, let's get that. 1 Corinthians 12 and 12. And let me get Matthew 7 and 22. That's right, it says for sure. The fake Israelite groups will expose themselves and illuminate the righteous acts of the ISUPK. That's for damn sure. Warrior, I see you. Young man Jeremiah, I see you. Lahab the Water, I got all those in my notes. Young man Dominique, what's going on? Now you need to come to class. Get your Hebrew name, priest, or future priest, like it. Who's this? Also, Dorial is real. Most High Christ is. Quadash real. Hebrew Dave. Most High Christ. What's up? All right. Where we at?
1 Corinthians.
1 Corinthians 12 and 12. Let's go.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 12, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
For as the body is one, it has many members, and all the members of that one being, of that one body, being many, are one body.
Are what?
Are one body.
Right. So the body is one and having many members. But all those members of the body are in one body. You understand, right? All those members. So like imagine you are a pinky on the body. That seems like a small member, right? But everybody would notice if you didn't have pinky. I was like, oh, that brother got no pinky. Like, damn, that's a disabled brother. Go ahead.
Brother go like, what happened?
You know what I'm saying? Like there's a part of the body that you think is so small, but every part of the body is significant. You get what I mean? It's significant. So we need everybody in the body to move as one. You understand, right? Perfect. All right. But remember in the Bible, what did Christ say though about a part of your body? Go ahead.
Your right hand offend you,
Exactly. If your right hand offend you, cut it off. If your right eye offend you, cut it off. There's parts of the body that might have to go because there are cancers to the body. You understand, right? Perfect. All right, let's go. Give me what I call.
Matthew,
Huh?
Matthew 7 and 22.
Yes. Start at 20. I think start at 21.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 7 and verse 21.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's like 22. Go ahead.
22. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils,
Mm-hmm.
and in thy name done many wonderful works.
Go ahead.
Verse 23. And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you.
I never what?
I never knew you.
I never what?
I never knew you.
Go ahead.
Depart from me,
Right.
ye that work iniquity.
Well, ye that work iniquity. So who was he talking to? He talking to you fake Israelites. You think you doing so much work. Oh my God, you're doing such an amazing work in the home of the lies. You think you're doing it, right? The Lord he don't know who you are. You understand? Right now, let's break it all the way down, Yakima, for your question. So, of course, ISUBK is the school that started everything, right? The original school, every Israelite group derives from this school.
That's right.
You understand, right? So now, let's stay right here. Give me first Thessalonians 2:15, right? So what you will find out is, if this is the original school, right? And I left this school, it started a new school, right? I would have to say that school that I was in was a lie, and this school I'm in now is the truth. Correct? Yes or no? Most way. So now you're in this new school. You're in this new school, but then you get into this new school, and then you go, well, this new school is missing this, is that. I have to start another group. You get what I mean? So now I'm in my third school. He has to know that somewhere in there he's not in the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because he's saying he is the truth, basically. He's saying I was in this school, I left because they said you had more than one wife. That's not according to God, right? So this other group, they said, give me another thing that we're doing. They said I couldn't shove shit up my ass, right? I can't do that over here. This can't be according to God. You know what I'm saying? So I go to another group, right? It's either he's saying he's the truth, or obviously we know that he's in a lie. You understand, right? So this cat can't be. You can't say that. It's either you're gonna be one or the other. You know what I mean? And that's why fake Israelite groups have a problem with us saying we're the home of the truth, because we came in here and this is it. You get what I mean? This is it. Now they have a problem with it because they think they're the truth. They think they're the God. You feel me? Whatever their lust is, whatever they feel is correct, is what they're standing on. So they become a truth into themselves, right? And that's where you got demons coming up and all the things that come with demons. You understand? Give me the Lord should send them strong delusions. Go on.
I just had a quick response, and it's funny that you say that, because a lot of them push the one wife doctrine and all that. You know what I'm saying? That you can't have multiple wives.
Yeah.
Misunderstanding it. But when you break it down like that, we are truly married to one wife, and you're not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, y'all talk about this, but I have one wife.
Mm-hmm.
You have three.
Yeah.
Like, that's the way.
Hold on. You threw away your other wife.
Yeah, you're a sinner.
Yeah, you throwing your wife away.
You know what I mean?
You done went through 4 wives. You done threw her away, her away, her away.
Sir.
You get what I'm saying? But yeah, absolutely, that's correct. You know what I mean? They don't have one wife. That's why the Lord said the husband, you should be a bishop. A bishop must be blameless. The husband of one wife. They said, see, you're supposed to have one wife. That was talking about one truth, man. One teaching. You get what I'm saying? You're supposed to be married to this. Right? Go ahead, Cressa.
They also try to say no one person can have the truth. No one school can have the truth.
Yeah.
That's one thing I heard when I was first coming to the school. Like, they always say, they say they're the only truth, but no one person can have the truth. They kind of ask what you're saying, that they believe they're the truth.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why the Lord said he's going to send them strong delusions. Let's get that.
The book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 11.
Go ahead.
And for this cause God shall send them strong delusions.
For this cause what?
God shall send them strong delusion,
Go ahead.
that they shall believe a lie.
They should believe a what?
A lie.
Go ahead.
That's like it. That they all might be damned who believe not the truth.
Come on, man. The Lord sent them strong delusions. Listen, let me tell you something, man. Like these fake Israelites, it's kind of like ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like if you, it's ridiculous, seriously. So like the strong delusion on RUIC is that, you know, of course they go into Africa, right? And they teach Africans, and they teach the one wife doctrine, and they teach they don't they don't speak Hebrew, I don't believe. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong, right?
God, so their names aren't even, not even Hebrew.
Right. They don't speak Hebrew. They say you should do that in the kingdom of heaven or something like that. The cat said they got you ever seen a part where the purple cat said the white man's hiding vibranium from us. You heard that?
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's so many, like they're gay. You know what I mean? It's a whole bunch of things with the purple cats, right? You had the GMS, y'all probably never heard of them. They not even existing no more. But they used to believe that you can rape. You know what I'm saying? They used to believe that you can sleep with white women. You know what I'm saying? They believe that you can have concubines. You know what I'm saying? They used to be at camp, right? That's what I'm saying. When the Lord said he's gonna send them strong delusions, this is what he meant. They used to be at camp and be like, "Camp, I'm gonna go home to my white girl now." Like proud. I'm not even playing with you. Like I wish I was joking. It's like I can go home to a white girl now. I can't wait to get on to my white girl. I was like, damn. Some cats was putting on women's undergarments, right? He was putting on women panties and teaching the Bible. You know what I'm saying? With some more other Israelite groups, you know, the fake one that just the gorilla. Yeah, come on. Oh, come on. That dude. You know what I'm saying? All them fake Israelite groups, man, they got strong delusions, man. I heard a fake Israelite say, he said he's in a fake Israelite group, and he literally said that he knows that we the ones in charge. He knows that. He said, you know, y'all got it. You know, y'all got it. Like, you know that, why you ain't with it? Kreza.
I was gonna say also, so you can't keep the main one doing this with the having sex with a girl when she started flower. 9 years old.
Yeah. I remember when Polite went up to ask him, he said, "So you let him have sex with your daughter? Was she 13?" The cat was like, hell no. He was frozen. He couldn't even say it. You know what I'm saying? But you get the point though, right? Raquan? They're using curtains as garments. They was, man. They put the whole thing on, right? Where we at? Do we have one more preset? Did I call one more? All right, let's get this last one. 1 Corinthians 12:25. Oh, I didn't read Thessalonians, right?
We did. Thessalonians 2:11.
Okay. No. 2 Thessalonians 2:15.
Oh, lots.
Let's read that real quick.
2:15?
Yeah.
Oh, the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, brethren, stand fast and hold the traditions which ye have been taught.
One more time, Mike.
Come on. The book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 15.
Why?
Therefore, brethren, stand fast.
And stand what?
Stand fast.
Nah, don't. No. Stand loose.
Stand fast.
Right now, this is what the Bible says. So imagine the Bible says stand fast. Go ahead.
Oh God. And hold the traditions.
You're supposed to hold the traditions. You're supposed to hold them. All these fake Israelite groups, they used to be in the ISUPK. They was all under Commander General Yohana. All of them. All of them. When I say under Commander General Yohana, he wasn't even the highest ranking man, but they was under him in rank. You get me? And they left. And they started these fake Israelite groups based on their lust or their hunger to be in power, to be in charge, right? That Candy Cane group, that cat was in ISUPK back in the day. He had the biggest Israelite group known to man. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they're gone now. But he died. So, you know what I'm saying? He was young. He was probably like General Muhammad's age or something like that. Like, he's gone. You know what I mean? Died in jail. COVID. For embezzling over $2 million. Yeah. Triple tithes. You know what I'm saying? He was saying, yeah, 30%. Yeah, 30%. Yeah, 30%. And he had a private driver for his kids. His kids went to private school. He lived in a $2 million, I think it was a $2 or $3 million home in Jersey. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what these cats. He used to marry married women to his senior captains and officers. So he would take a wife from another brother and give it to another man. You get what I'm saying? Strong delusions. And you look at us like we just so disgusting in the cult. We normal. Damn, that shit did sound terrible, terribly evil. I'm like, I ain't never heard nothing like that in here. You know what I'm saying? Golly. But you know, I don't know what else to say. Go ahead, Quan.
I was gonna ask, like, when I see brothers and sisters in the world like that, right?
Yeah.
It just makes me think that they get swindled into that because of like familiar spirits.
Mm-hmm.
So like, because when you start to look at the purple dudes, the candy cane dudes, all these different dudes, different organizations, it's all like there is something that you could specifically pinpoint that is very Christian church, which is typically all of our upbringing. But when you see the UPK, you know that that's not Christian.
Right.
You understand? And I think that's what keeps things separated. Like, it is the fine line to choose what you think is kind of Israelitish,
yeah,
or to actually cross over the line and say, I'm gonna really do this.
Yeah.
That's like when the brother was saying, like, I thought I could swindle them. I know he had the same spirit as a lot of brothers prior. That's why they're in there.
Mm-hmm.
When you come in here, it's like, oh shit, this is for real.
Yeah.
Like, they're not playing with us. You're gonna learn this, or you're gonna be a student forever. Like, it's a lot.
Nah, for sure. For sure. You read it right here? You read Joshua, right?
Joshua, yeah.
What you going to for me in my house? For me,
no, I went to Joshua 1 and 8, 1 and 8 and 9, and then Joshua 24. I wasn't going to that.
Yeah. Can you get that from me real quick? And Joshua, it says for me,
16.
For me in my house. Let me get that real quick. All right. Let me get the other piece about Carl real fast. Yeah.
12 and 25.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 12 and verse 25. That there should be no
Schisms.
No schisms.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 12, verse 25.
Go ahead.
That there should be no schism.
Schism. Go ahead.
In the body.
Try it again. From the top.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 12, verse 25. What's the word?
Schism. Schism.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians 12, 25.
Mm-hmm.
That there should be no schism.
There you go.
In the body.
Mm-hmm.
But that the members should have the same care, one for another.
Right. That's exactly what it should be, man. You must have care for one another. What is schism? Schism is division. You understand that? Y'all go on? Schism is division. We should have no division amongst one another. Right? Let me get this one more precept and then we'll go to Joshua. Give me they should know them. You shall know them by how we love each other. Give me that real quick, the brotherhood precept. How you gonna know the Lord's disciples? How they love one another. Let's pull that.
John 13 and 35.
Yeah. Can you imagine if I was around you, Hakeem, and I'm your camp leader, and I just every time we get around the barbecue, I just start dancing. Just get in your face and try to battle dance you. That's what they do in them purple groups, man. That's what they do in them purple groups. He can make eye contact and just start dancing with another man. There's a woman there, but he'd rather dance with the man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you know? Okay. Come. This is book of
of
John 13, chapter 13.
Hey, he think it stomped the yard. Go ahead.
The book of John, chapter 13, verse 35.
Uh-huh.
By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples,
Go ahead.
if ye have love one to another.
That's how you know who the Lord's disciples is. if you have love one to another. You understand? That's how you know, man. These cats don't love each other in there, man. These cats lie to each other, have sex with each other's wives, man. You get what I'm saying? Like when them when that cat got caught with the being liking all that pegging, his right hand man went and said, "Look at this! Went in there, check this out, man. This cat evil, man. This cat is evil." He couldn't wait. He had a whole Israelite group made the same day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Like, but it's not even the same day. He was waiting.
Yeah.
Like, that's what makes it so terrible. A lot of people think that he just made an Israelite group because this happened.
Yeah.
He has been waiting. You think he just came up with the house of bread?
Come on.
He wanted it. I don't want to give him a shout out. I want to hear it. I mean, but he didn't just come up with that. He been waiting to destroy this brother. And that was the evil part about it. That you got men among you that look at you and they don't look at you as love. They look at you to destroy you. So that's crazy.
Yeah. Facts. Facts. All right, we're good to go. Let's get Joshua. What was it? 16 and 24?
No, 24 and like 15, 16.
I think it's 24 and 15. That's right. Go ahead.
This is the book of Joshua, chapter 24, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom you will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell.
Go ahead.
But as for me and my house,
For me and what?
me and my house,
Me and what?
me and my house,
Go ahead.
we will serve the Lord.
Y'all understand, all right? You can listen. You can put whatever you want your ass. But for me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord, man.
Right.
You understand? I ain't sweating it. You put whatever you want, brother. But for me and my house, though, we not gonna be doing that.
Not at all.
Yeah, y'all get it, right? That's all, man. You know what I mean? So ISUBK is the home of the truth. And I mean, of course, in the Bible, you have contemporaries, right? A contemporary is someone you come up in the school with. And so many brothers in the Bible had contemporaries or brothers who they was in the school with. You know what I'm saying? Obadiah was a contemporary with Jeremiah. All them books right there, Jeremiah. You can look at the contemporaries of Jeremiah. You can do that for me real quick. And then look up the word School of the Prophets real quick. School of the Prophets in the Bible will pull that as well. And then there is a precept with Elijah and Elisha I can pull for you to bring it all the way home. All right. There was a time where Elijah, he was going to be gone, right? And Elisha was his right hand man. And Elijah was going to go. Elisha said, man, before you go, give me a double portion. He said, man, what you asking me is a heavy thing. You get what I mean? You're asking a heavy thing. We can pull that as well. But the School of the Prophets one is another good one because that shows how we were together. That is what the ISUBK is, the School of the Prophets. You understand? Somebody look at the contemporaries.
Come on.
Who's the contemporaries of Jeremiah?
So like Jeremiah's contemporaries included the prophets Zephaniah,
Mm-hmm.
Habakkuk, Ezekiel, and Daniel.
Yeah.
As well as the kings Josiah, Jehoaz, Jehoiakim,
Mm-hmm.
Jehoiakim, and Zedekiah of Judah.
Perfect. Okay, so like now look at now when they say the contemporaries, meaning all these people came up together. They was together in the same school. You know what I'm saying? Like all the men in here are my contemporaries, meaning that we all came up together. Like and this is our zone. This is the school we came up in. So Houston will have another one. Oakland will have another one. You get what I'm saying? Like, well, Oakland and us will be like the same. You know, we all coming up in the same zone, basically. You know what I'm saying? Philly, they're each other's contemporaries. So those priests come up together. You understand? So that's how you also know. So now if you didn't come up with us, you can't be a part of us. You know what I mean? That means you was never with us. Yeah, that's why Christ would say he never knew you. Because you don't have contemporaries. You have a whole bunch of temporaries. It's like, you know what I'm saying? That's what you got. You know what I mean? That's what the Lord will call you. He'll say, oh yeah, I don't know who you guys are. I don't know the angel over your school, nothing. You know what I'm saying? So depart from me. You know what I mean? Who got School of the Prophets? Samuel sounds right. Go ahead, Yaquan.
I got 2 Kings 2:9.
2 Kings 2:9. Let me hear it. Hold up, Oscar, what you got?
1 Samuel 10:5.
Let me hear that one. Let me hear both of them. Let me hear for 1 Samuel first. 10:5.
Okay. This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 10 and verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
After that thou shalt come to the hill of God, where is the garrison of the Philistines, and it shall come to pass, when thou art come thither to the city, that thou shalt meet a company of prophets coming down from the high place
Go ahead.
with a pasture and a tabret
Mm-hmm.
and a pipe
Go ahead.
and a harp before them, and they shall prophesy. Verse 6. And the Spirit of the Lord will come upon thee, and thou shalt prophesy with them,
Mm-hmm.
and shalt be turned into another man.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 7. And let it be, when these signs are come unto thee, that thou do as occasion serve thee, for God is with thee. Verse 8. And thou shalt go down before me to Gilgal, and behold, I will come down unto thee to offer burnt offerings and to sacrifice sacrifices of peace offerings. 7 days. 1 Samuel 10 and 5.
Okay, that don't sound too familiar. Let me hear 2 Kings.
Okay. This is the book of 2 Kings, chapter 2 and verse 9. And it came to pass, when they were gone over, that Elijah said unto Elisha, ask what I shall do for thee
This is it. Right here. This is it. Okay, go ahead.
before I take away from thee. And Elisha said, I pray thee, let a double portion of thy spirit be upon me.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 10. And he said, thou hast asked a hard thing. Nevertheless, if thou see me when I am taken from thee, it shall be so unto thee.
Go ahead.
But if not, it shall not be so.
Perfect. Keep going. Now, what is happening is Elijah and Elisha's together, and also all the prophets. So imagine everyone knows that Elijah's going to go, and we're giving our last goodbye to Elijah. You understand? We're all with him. We're all with him, about to salute him out. You know what I'm saying? Because we know he's about to go. You understand? Of course, everybody knows Elijah. He was taken away in the cloud, in the chariot. You know what I mean? A lot of people say that Elijah died. Elijah definitely died. How you know Elijah died? Because he came back as John in the Bible. You know what I mean? But the Lord wanted him now. He took him in a chariot and got on. Right? So now keep going.
Verse 11. And it came to pass, as they still went on and taught, that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and horses of fire, and parted them both asunder. And Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven.
Go ahead.
Verse 12. And Elisha saw it, and he cried, my father, the chariot of Israel, and the horsemen thereof. And he saw him no more. And he took hold of his own clothes and rent them in two pieces.
Go ahead.
Verse 13. He took up also the mantle of Elisha and fell from him, and went back and stood by the bank of Jordan. Verse 14. And he took the mantle of Elijah that fell from him, and smote the waters, and said, where is the Lord God of Elijah? And when he also had smitten the waters, they parted hither and thither, and Elisha went over. Elisha. So.
Slime, where does it say School of the Prophets coming up?
Yeah, sons of the prophets.
Okay, sons of the prophet. Yeah, not school. Sons of the prophets. Go ahead.
Verse 15. And when the sons of the prophets, which were to view at Jericho, saw him, they said, Spirit of Elijah, doeth rest on Elisha. And they make to meet him, and bowed and bowed themselves to the ground before him.
Perfect. So now in this scripture, right, these sons of the prophets, they all traveled from long and far to come see him before he left too, by the way. That was another part in the precept I was supposed to read. They traveled from all over to come see Elijah off. You know what I'm saying? And knew that Elisha was going to be in charge now. Right? They smoked down, they got on their knee, struck their chest, and saluted them out. You understand? All right. Fake Israelites don't do nothing like that. Okay. Good to go?
Like,
Go ahead.
so the sons of the prophets were contemporaries. They all came up together under.
They all came under the same teaching. They weren't necessarily contemporary. Some of them were, but some of them were, but they all came from different parts. You know what I mean? It's just like saying like Elijah did what Paul did as far as set up schools. You know what I mean? This zone, this zone, this zone, this zone. And they all came to see this brother off before he left. You get what I'm saying? All right. Good to go? You good to go, Yaguan? You need anything else? Most High in Christ. Any other questions? Quasar.
Sir, this is real quick, sir. If you could give me a quick, just a quick way to cut now the Galatians 3, now the Jews or Greek.
Mm-hmm.
You can also break down Romans 9 and 24 to 25.
Okay, a quick way to cut neither Jew nor Greek because people are saying these are white people.
Yeah, I know the history of the immigration,
Mm-hmm.
our captivities and what brought us over to the land and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But just like like you in the camp setting, you could probably bring up the Hellenization and cut it real quick.
Yeah.
But I also want to know a different way.
Perfect. So this is what you'll do, right? You'll read. Let's pull it. You'll be my reader. I'll be at camp. Go ahead. I mean, I need my reader to speak loud. I don't know about just loud as you could, but it's 3:28, right? Let's go.
Galatians chapter 3, verse 28.
Uh-huh.
There is not a Jew nor Greek. There is not a bond nor free.
See, the Bible said there's neither Jew nor Greek, right? There's neither bond or free. Meaning this, right? The Jews, so now the question is going to come up, right? The question is going to come up and say, see, white people can be saved, right? Is that what you're about to say?
Well,
Is that your question?
For everybody. Yeah, try to say this includes everybody.
That what? The word Greek includes everybody?
Huh?
That the word Greek includes everybody?
Not a Jew nor Greek.
So I'm saying, what's the person that can't
that's
live? It said the word Greek includes everybody.
I'm not sure. I'm assuming yes, sir.
Okay. No, I'm saying, what question do you have? What's your question in your mind about cutting people with this?
How to cancel out the everybody aspect
Okay, I got you. So I do have to go into this just to make it sharp. Would be the Bible dictionary, right? But I don't have to. But I'll do it after I cut them, right? So now somebody played a person that says, see, that means everybody. You can just brown it out too. You just they do it.
Oh, that means everybody.
There you go. This is good. All right, so read it again. 3:28.
Galatians 3:28. There's
Uh-huh.
not a Jew nor Greek. There's not a bond nor free. There's not a male nor female. We are all one in Christ.
Right. So the Bible says what? There's neither Jew nor Greek, right? So now when they say it, they'll say, see, that means everybody, right? That means Greeks, they really don't mean everybody. What do they really mean? White people, right? But let's just say they say everybody, right? You say that and you say, see, where does it say, where do you see everybody? It says Greek, Jew or Greek. So in actual that, he should say only Jews and Greeks can be saved. That's what he should say, right? That because that's what the Bible just said, Jews and Greeks, right? So I'll say what? He'll ask me the question, so what does Greeks mean, right? So then I'll say this what Greeks mean. Jews were Greeks. You understand? That's what I'll say. Jews were Greeks. He'll say, prove that. So I'll prove it to you right now. Let's go find Greek, the word Greek in the Bible dictionary. So I'll find Greek in the Bible dictionary real quick. 1 second. This has to be faster than I'm about to do it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What is this? Greek, right? We'll find Greek in the Bible dictionary. We gotta put a pause on this. The reader gotta do this. Go ahead. Greek. Or Grecian, right? Grecian, right? Because Grecian means Greek.
Yeah, Greek speaking.
Yeah, okay. So what I have is Grecia is Greece. That's what I'll pull, right? The home of the Hellenists. Greeks and Grecians, however, are to be distinguished. Greeks are generally those of Hellenic race. What's Hellenic mean? Go ahead.
Meaning that they're not Greeks. They're people who took on the culture of the Greeks.
Perfect, right? They're taking the culture of the Greeks, which are the people you're talking about, right? Right. So now we'll get to the point where the bottom of this. We got to highlight this too for camp, by the way. What did it say that Greeks are what did it say?
Hellenists.
Right here. There you go. Right here. So now we'll say Greeks, right? We'll say Grecians were Greek-speaking Jews. That's what we'll pull. That's right here in page 824. You might put this in your notes. Page 824, go to Grecian. About the one paragraph down, it says, Grecians, after 16, Grecians were Greek-speaking Jews. So now neither Jew nor Greek, right? So neither. Now the Jew is what? The Jew that grew up in Jerusalem. That's who the Jew is. The Grecian is the Jew who grew up in Greece. So these people that says neither Jew nor Greek, that means neither this Israelite or this Israelite. Neither bond or free. Maybe a cat that was under bondage or a free man. Neither male or female, meaning a black male or a black female. Right? Keep going.
For you are all one in Christ.
For you are all what?
All one.
All what?
All one.
Go ahead.
In Christ Yahushua.
Go ahead. Keep going. 29.
And if ye be Christ's, then ye be Abraham's seed and heirs according
You understand? But now, if you be what?
Christ.
If you be what?
Christ.
If you are Christ's, that's what it said, right? If you are Christ, meaning if you are what? Keep going. No, Abraham's what?
Then are ye Abraham's seed.
Now you are Abraham's what?
Seed.
Abraham's flesh. You understand? This is not talking about everybody because you're not the same flesh as Abraham. Abraham's seed is his flesh. You understand? So now we got to get this, right? We got Romans 9 and 7. Is that what you want?
You got to go 24 and 25.
Perfect. But let me get Romans 9 and 7 for this breakdown.
The book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
Neither because they are the seed of Abraham,
Neither because of the seed of Abraham. Go ahead.
are they all children,
Mm-hmm.
but in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
And who?
Isaac shall thy seed be called.
Because remember, Abraham is what? The father of many nations. But in Isaac shall thy seed be called. That's you. You understand? Your forefather is Isaac. Isaac, because Isaac begat Jacob. You understand? So you want to pull that Jacob is the father of the who? 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. That's how you bring it all the way home for them, Kruzar. So you would just go to page 824, read Grecian. What is a Greek? A Greek is a Grecian. It literally says, Grecia is Greece, the home of the Hellenists. So you'll read that. Then you'll go to right after 16. Grecians were Greek-speaking Jews. That's it. All right. And that's how you would cut them. And then that'll be that. What he really wants to say is all white people can be saved. But then you'll say, damn, so yeah, I know all you love is white people. Because you didn't say nothing about the Chinese, the Africans, or the Arabs, right? Because this black man wants to see white people be saved. There's going to be someone black. You understand? All right, so what was the other precept? Romans 9 and 24 and 25. Let's go. Go ahead, Art.
Probably going to start at Hosea 1 and 10 first.
Hosea 1 and 10.
Before you go into this.
Okay.
Precept is like
Hosea 1 and 10.
1 and 10.
Hosea 1 and 10. Let's go. Should I go to Hosea first?
I would,
Okay.
just so that it gives context. This was prophesied in the Old Testament first.
Oh, okay. No, so let me hear his, because his precept is 9 and 24, right?
And 25.
Okay, let me hear this one, and then we'll go to Hosea. Go ahead.
Book of Romans chapter 9, verse 24.
Mm-hmm.
Even us, whom he has called, not the Jews only, but also even us, whom he has called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles,
Uh-huh.
as he has also in OC, I will call them my people, which are not my people.
So like it's as he saith also in OC.
As he said also in OC, Slaki, I will call them my people, which were not my people, and her beloved, which was not beloved.
Mm-hmm. That's 24. Okay, so your question is what?
If I can just get a breakdown.
You just want a regular breakdown? You want to battle this or just a regular breakdown? All right, okay. Let's go to 9 and 24 one more time from the top.
Romans chapter 9, verse 24. Even us, whom he hath called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles. Verse 25. Also he said, as he said also in OC, I will call my people, which were not my people, and he beloved, and her beloved, which was not beloved.
Right, all right. So the question comes to who is his people, right?
I just want to get what he's saying, so clearly.
Say it again.
I just want to get what he's saying clearly. Like,
Okay. Okay. So read 24 one more time for me.
Romans 9 and 24.
Mhm.
Even us, whom he hath called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles.
Right. So now us of he has called, not of us only, but also the Gentiles, right? Go ahead.
Verse 25, as he said also in OC, I will call them my people, which were not my people, and her beloved, which was not beloved.
Okay, yeah, this is easy right here, right? So who is not his people? Who is this? It's Paul, right? It's Paul? Where we at?
Romans 9.
Okay, Romans. Who is not his people? Trooper. No. I Bob?
Heathens.
No. This is not talking about heathens. Go ahead.
So like the Romans that are in the.
No, this is talking about the Gentiles. Go ahead, Crosser.
And the people outside of the Jerusalem.
Yeah, sure. So those would be not his people, supposedly. He's speaking to them, those are his people, right? Remember, people that are Jews don't look at people outside of Jerusalem as their people, right? So now he's speaking to Jews because Jews identify with that. They don't look at that like how we or how Paul talk. Remember Paul said this: to the Jews I became a Jew, and to the Gentiles I became a Gentile. So to the Jews, he's trying to gain them by saying this thing. He would gain them by saying, see, these ain't my people. You get what I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying? So they can be on his side, and then he cut them. You feel me? Read again. Watch.
Verse 25.
24.
Even us, whom he has called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles.
Right. So even us, you hear that, right? And even us, who he has called. Remember, because people in Jerusalem believe what? If they were born in Jerusalem, the Lord definitely called us. You get what I'm saying? That was their mindset. You feel me? That was their mindset. Like the Lord is with us because we are born in Jerusalem. So now read it one more time.
Romans 9 and 24.
Uh-huh.
Us, whom he has called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles.
But also of the Gentiles, right? Now he's bringing it home like, What you mean? Yeah, he called us, but not us only, but also of the Gentiles. Go ahead.
And he said also in OC, I will call them my people.
I will call them what?
My people.
I will call them my people. Go ahead.
Which were not my people.
Which were not my people.
And her beloved, which was not beloved.
And her beloved, which is not beloved. So at one point, they was not our people. We would be the people that's not our people. Y'all know that, right? We will be the Gentiles because we wasn't born in Jerusalem. So at one point, we were called not their people. And we wasn't called beloved. The Lord called us beloved. Remember that in the Bible? Beloved. He called us beloved. You know what I'm saying? So at one point, he wasn't their people. But we will become their people. You understand? Go ahead, President.
So basically, like he's posing this. That's what I need. So I need the lens of how he was saying it. So he's posing it to them as like, okay, even as whom he had called, not of the Jew only, but also the Gentiles. He's asking the questions like So they also call Gentiles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he says, you got to go back to Hosea
Right.
and see,
We're gonna pull that.
okay, I will call them my people, which are not my people.
Yeah. Sometimes for the crowd or for the topic, you want to stay right there as long as you could and then get the context what Quam said. You get what I'm saying? But you want to break it down right there and then get the context to even bring it all the way up. Right. So now you can go to Hosea. But he's speaking like that for a reason. You get what I'm saying? Because who had a problem with what Paul was saying was Peter. Peter had a problem with what Paul was saying because Peter was from Jerusalem. You get what I'm saying? And the people in Jerusalem would look down on Peter if he was to go against that. Even though Christ's mission was for Peter to go, Christ told Peter to go speak to the Gentiles, the disciples. He said, go not, excuse me, what did he say? Yeah, go not unto the way of the Gentiles, right? He said, go not unto the way of the Gentiles, but go to where? To the lost sheep. Where's the lost sheep? Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because they're lost. Quan.
I had a question because this poses something that always comes to mind. I've never asked this question until right now.
Mhm.
You ever hear that saying where they say, you're robbing Peter to pay Paul?
Yeah.
Is that where that comes from, the conflict between them two, dealing with each other with the...
I don't know. I heard that before though. I know what it means, but I don't know what origin of it. Yeah.
That comes from the biblical standpoint.
I don't know where that comes from. You could look it up real quick. But let's go to Hosea real quick.
It's 1 in 10, the precept that goes with this one, but you can go even further. Like you can pull 2 precepts, 1 in 10, and then 5 and 15.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 1 and verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yet the number of children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea,
Go ahead.
which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people.
You are not what?
Ye are not my people.
Go ahead.
There it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God.
Perfect. You understand that, right, Kreza? So now it brings all the home, right? Is it clear now? All right, perfect. So that's all it was. It was the context of how Paul was speaking. Paul wasn't saying that he wasn't that they wasn't their people, but at one time they was not called their people and they wasn't loved, but now they are. You get what I'm saying? Now they are loved. And that was his whole mission. All right. So any other questions? Everybody good to go?
I got one more.
Go ahead, Kreza.
It's in Matthew 5. This is just a general breakdown as well. There's a couple of verses. Matthew 5 and 33
Mm-hmm.
through 36. 37.
Matthew 5, what?
33 through 37.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 33. And again, ye have heard that it hath been said by them of old time, thou shalt not forswear thyself, but shalt perform unto the Lord thine oaths. 34. But I say unto you, swear not at all, neither by heaven, for it is God's throne. Verse 35. Nor by the earth, for it is his footstool, neither by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king. Verse 36. Neither shalt thou swear by thy head, because thou canst not make one hair white or black. But let your communication be yea, yea, nay, nay. For whatsoever is more than these cometh of evil. Verse 38. Ye have heard that it hath been said, an eye for an eye.
Wait, it's like, where's the question at?
It's just 37.
You just swear by God?
No, I just want to know. I know it's not. I just want to know once again the context of what Christ is like, the reason why he's saying this and like what he's meaning. Because I know he's not saying we can't say, "Oh my mama," and you know how the Judex and stuff talk or how Israel talks.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know the context of what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Is it more so on the path of their oaths, them breaking their oaths and swearing by, you know, these things, or like what is he meaning by this? I know by verse 37 he's saying, let your communication be yea, yea, nay, nay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't need to swear though. Like that you don't need to swear. Like, but when you did take an oath, you know you swore, right? So like swearing is not a sin. Is that what you're saying?
I just want to know first, just if you could just break it down for me, because I can kind of see the context, kind of how I need it for Romans. It's the same thing.
Romans what?
Uh,
Oh, I see what you're saying. All right, okay. Read the precept one more time.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 33, chapter 5 and verse 33.
Mm-hmm.
Again, ye have heard that it hath been said to them of old time, thou shalt not forswear thyself, but shalt perform unto the Lord thine oath.
Right. Now, don't swear, but perform. So don't, okay. Most of the time when someone says, I swear, right? What are they saying?
I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, but why you gotta swear, I swear though? Quan?
It's because they want you to believe it.
Yeah, they want you to believe it. Why would I just believe you by your word?
Because your word means nothing.
Right. So brothers do that. He said you don't gotta forswear. You don't do that. You know what I mean? Like it's like because a swear is a promise. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time people say I swear, they lying. You feel me? Like a person will be like, I swear to God. he is lying. You feel me? Like that's a lie. Like generally speaking. When people do that, they only do that because they want you to believe them so bad, but it's a lie. You don't have to forswear. You don't have to swear on anything. Put anything on something. You get what I'm saying? But I want to know, I forgot, man. Jeremiah Iron broke that down one time, how he put things on. Like, you know, he said, if I put that on this, I put that on that. That's not our way. That's somebody else's way. You get what I'm saying? I forget how he said. I'll have to ask him about this though, but swearing is about your word though. You don't have to forswear nothing. Don't swear on nothing. Like, it's not a sin though, but don't do it though. Like, you don't have to. Your word should be, like you said, yay, yay, nay, nay. That's it. But I'll fully clear it up next week though. Go ahead.
So,
Yeah. So I can, because I want to stay at how he said it. He brought it all the way home. I forget. It was a while ago when he broke it down. You want to say something, bro? No, swear. All right, good to go. Any other questions? All right, let me go over two things real quick, right? Last week was Easter. Everybody knows the breakdown with Ishtar and all that, right? Okay. All right, no sweat. So this week you got, hold on one second. One second. This week we're going to Vegas, right? Everybody going to Vegas? Raise your hand if you're going to Vegas. Solid. Y'all need to be in a group chat. So like, they don't know what the hell is going on. Huh? We're going to Vegas for camp on Saturday. Y'all don't have to go if y'all can't make it. I know it's short notice. We're going to be in camp on Saturday in Vegas. Our camp topics, get your camp topics together. Of course, you want to go into Donald Trump all the time, right? Go into Donald Trump. Go into society. It was something that was kind of a current event that was trending. Anyway, what was trending this week, Arkin? Go ahead. The Pope died, right? That Pope, that nasty Pope, man. Go into that Pope. You want to speak on that Pope? I can't for sure. Talk about child molestation. Go ahead.
Shannon Sharp thing on this.
Shannon Sharp with white women. The water. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I seen someone say, oh man, they said something like guilty, not guilty. He did one more word, and it was like accuser in 5. He done for, yeah. He done for, man. He out of there. Let's get into Shannon Sharp. Go into Shannon Sharp because Shannon Sharp. If you go on TikTok or you go on YouTube, right, you'll find a compilation of Shannon Sharp talking bad about black women. You understand that? This is who this cat is. He hates black women. Like a lot of the women he sleeps with is definitely white girls. I think he's 50 something. He was sleeping with a 19-year-old, or at the time, OnlyFans white girl model, right? So he's a big old freak, big old country freak, right? He likes white girls. Of course, white girls are against the Bible. Y'all know that, right? The Lord said, you should not go in onto that. Let's get 1 Kings 11:1. Right? A lot of men, a lot of brothers have lost their whole life over sleeping with a white woman, sleeping with a heathen. Period. You feel me? So now you go into what's the famous brother Samson with his African. He had an African thing for African women. You know what I'm saying? He could not get off them African women. Huh? They was doing something to him. You know what I mean? He lost his life because of it. You know what I'm saying? He lost his life because of it. And now Shannon Sharp's about to lose his life. You know what I'm saying? He about to lose his life. He about to. Now, do I think he raped her? No, that's irrelevant though. You know what I mean? It's the shame that he brought onto himself and his family. You know what I mean? That's what you want to go into, the shame. How he's 50-something years old and getting shook down by a little girl. All right? A child. Yeah. Let me get 1 Corinthians 11:1.
First Corinthians.
Yeah, I'm sorry. 1 Kings
Okay.
11:1.
This is the book of 1 Kings 11:1.
Uh-huh.
But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Anamites, Edomites, Zidonians, Zidonians, and Hittites.
Go ahead.
Verse 2. Of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them.
Right. The Lord said, don't go into them. You shouldn't go into them, right? Go ahead.
Neither shall they come into you.
Right. Go ahead, man. The Lord said, don't have sex with these women, man. And don't let them, when it says don't let them come on to you, that's man sleeping with the sisters, right? You can't do this. The Lord is against that. You get what I'm saying? Remember, the Lord flooded the earth because of interracial marriage. Right. Because the sons of Adam was sleeping with the sons of men. You understand that? Yeah. So he flooded the earth because of it. You know what I mean? He didn't even want you mixing. He didn't want the brothers to sleep with their daughters, because why? Then we'll get to love them more than we love ourselves. That's what he said. You get what I'm saying? That's why you have cats like that's why that light skin thing has always been a thing. Because it's like, how this cat is socially accepted because he can jump like Blake Griffin, right? Remember Blake Griffin? Like everyone would be like, that's a white boy, and then they get closer, oh, that's a brother. You know what I'm saying? Like the Chino Hill cats, right? They look like some straight. They all light skinned, yeah. But they do everything that a black man can do. You feel me? The Lord didn't want that though. He didn't want that because he know that you would leave your family and go worship that. You understand? He knew that. He knew you would go worship that. That's why he didn't want you to mix. Go ahead.
For surely they would turn away your heart.
They would what?
Surely they would turn away your heart.
Man, go ahead.
After their God.
After who?
Their God.
After their God. You know what Solomon did, man? He slept with he had 700 wives. 700. And he slept with so many women. He started to have a thing for heathen women. And he started sleeping with these heathen women, white women, Chinese women, African women. And guess what he did? He built temples onto there. You get what I'm saying? And this was the wisest king of all Israel. In the history of Israel, this is the wisest king. And he lost it all because of women. You understand? Man, and listen, the Bible says a whore is a deep ditch. That's what the Bible says, man. A whore is a deep ditch. You see how crazy she was talking to Shannon? I can't repeat what she was saying. Shannon like all that. You know what BSDM is? What is it, BSDM? It's some type of sexual appetite that this cat got.
Yeah, Gorilla knows that.
Yeah, Gorilla know that. He has a sexual escalation. And Shannon Sharp has a sexual escalation, man. So he was doing a whole bunch of, she was saying crazy stuff. Put that big old black baby in me, or what the hell? He was like, oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna choke you. You are a country, I'm gonna choke you. No, man, she looked like a deer, like a baby deer. You know what I'm saying? Like you ever seen that picture of Godzilla and he holding a white girl? Remember that? You know what I'm talking
King
about?
Kong.
Yeah, King Kong. The gorilla, right? Yeah, he holding a white girl. You know what I'm talking about though? That famous magazine. Yeah. That's Shannon Sharp and this white girl. Right, exactly. He wanted. This is my wife. Imagine he's on already been exposed with the Instagram live he did, right?
Yeah.
When the Instagram went off and he's having sex, you hear the you hear it.
Audio.
Yeah, you hear the audio. Right. So this cat is a sexual deviant. You know what I mean? And sexual deviancy is a thing that's just coming out of the walls right now. So whatever y'all do, just have regular sex right now. Don't do nothing crazy. Just go in the bed and have normal sex. You get what I'm saying? What they say in DC, Quan? Go ahead. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But if anything other than missionary is illegal in Washington, that's a fact. That's a law.
That's a law. You know what I'm saying?
Anything else-
He was like, hey, just keep it regular, man. We got to keep a law for Israel. God damn. Freaks in all of this stuff. Yeah, that's all right. So you know what I mean? You go into Shannon Sharp and you go into brothers who sleep outside their race, man. There's so many interracial marriage and precept. Let's pull a couple of them. Let me get Deuteronomy 7 and 3, right? 7 and 3. You want to go 1 Kings 11 and 1. That's a good one. And a perfect thing to do when you are at camp, right? A perfect thing to do. This is how you up your camp speakings. You want to get names, right? If you do a topic on the senator of Nevada, you want to get the name of the senator of Nevada. You want to get the statistics of whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever statistic you're going over. Say you're going over interracial marriages that thrive in Nevada. You know what I'm saying? I mean that the statistics of interracial marriages and the divorce rate. Go into that. Get the divorce rate. You know what I mean? Get the percentage. Speak on the percentage. Speak about what interracial marriage was in the 60s and the 50s. You get what I'm saying? Speak about all these things that even America believed that shouldn't happen. I think they just passed the law of interracial marriages in the South, I think in the 80s. I could be wrong, but it's pretty recent. You know, they was together, but they wouldn't be able to get married legally. You get what I'm saying? White men and black men and white women weren't allowed to get married legally until up until maybe in late 70s, early 80s. I'll probably want to look that up. So every time you do a camp speaking, you want to get the statistics, names, rates, all these things to add into your topic. You want to organize your topic, and if you want to organize your topic, you want to speak on a story first. Speak on the story. Maybe if you want to read the article, you can print it out, or just brief everyone about an article that you know about. Make sure that you read through the article so you can brief everybody on your story before you get into your topic. You understand? So that's how you will up your speaking, and then you get into it. You know what I mean? Make sure you're fluid. Make sure you have your thing written down on your phone or a piece of paper so the brother can pull it. Of course, as a reader, you just focus on reading, don't focus on nothing else. You understand? Brother.
I was going to touch on the Shannon Sharp thing.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely about interracial marriage, but I want to see if this angle was live too.
Let me hear it.
I was going to talk about how, kind of get into why he's a victim. He was definitely, I feel like he was preyed on, so to speak, by this young woman because of his old age. Kind of like what happened to Solomon. You know what I'm saying? Like how these young women, they tend to target these older men to get the money out.
Mm-hmm.
To get, not to try to negate the evil that he did, his wrong in the situation. Obviously, we'll touch on that with the interracial part, but also that he is a victim of, his weakness and getting taken advantage of with his weakness in old age. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't speak about how he was taken advantage of. Now, don't say taken advantage of. Speak on how the girl is such a devil. You know what I mean? How the white woman is such a devil. That's what you really want to go into. Don't say he's a victim though, because he's grown. He should know better. You get what I'm saying? But go into how they lie in wait. Go into that. Go into the lying in wait. Go into her and that white man that came together to because it's a white lawyer that she's working with, supposedly. You know what I'm saying? She's working with him, and they're trying to swindle him out of $50 million. You know what I mean? So the lawyer put her up to do this. This same lawyer came after Jay-Z, came after Diddy. You get what I'm saying? So like you would say that how the white man will use that against you. You know what I'm saying? That's why you shouldn't sleep with them, right? Make no marriages with them. Go ahead.
Like that was time check 9:19.
Come, we need 10 minutes when we out here. But you understand, right? Go into that. Go into that. You know what I mean? And talk about the weakness of the black man. Talk about the weakness. You got a weakness for this white woman because you hate yourself. You know what I mean? The Lord talked about that. The Lord talked about how you would be, that you would look into another nation with more love than yourself. You know what I'm saying? The Lord talked about how you would look for acceptance. You know what I'm saying? You look at Shannon Sharp, bro. Shannon Sharp is from Georgia, and he lived in some shanty home where they had to use the bathroom outside. You get what I'm saying? That's where he come from. Yeah, that like literally, that's where he comes from. So he thinks white people are God. You know, that's what he thinks. He think white people. He think white Jesus is, Jesus is white, and the white woman is, an angel from heaven, and he can't wait to get his hands on her. Go ahead.
I'll say real quick. This is also, he called for this one himself. Like, you play with the Lord. Like, he gets online and he plays this black coonish role. You understand? Like, he tries to paint a picture of us being a certain way to fulfill the lust of the white man as well. Like, he get on there, yeah, all black people drink Hennessy. Y'all smoking this weed. Like, he's putting a bad light on us.
Man, come on, man. Listen, Quan, what you said was so right. Man, look up a zip coon real quick. Look up a zip coon real quick if you don't mind. Go ahead, Quan. I don't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, a lot of times he's a funny dude. Don't get it twisted. Like, he has his moments where things are hilarious. We're black people. We got flavor. You know what I mean? But he's also positioned himself to where he has made us look bad and shaming us in the public.
Come on,
so because
just to add to what you're saying, that before he went on to like first taking all that, they said that he didn't even drink Hennessy.
Sir,
and he didn't even smoke.
That's what I'm saying.
Like he would do the Black and Miles, right? Black and Miles. I don't know if he came with a do-rag one time.
He came with the do-rag.
He came with he came with the Hennessy. He'll get the Hennessy on the show.
Pour a cup.
Pour a shot.
Like this.
He can trying to appease to the
black
audience. That's right.
So
right. Go ahead.
In the spirit of that, let's not get it twisted. I drink the brown. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's good is what's good. But there's a level of coonery that comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
And Esau loves that. He loves to put those that will put us in a bad light. Because now everybody believes we're Shannon Sharps now. Everybody thinks that we're after their daughters. This now is going to have a domino effect in the other nation, especially white women, having a problem with black men talking to their daughters, which they should.
Right.
But you're going to now have young men unalive because of this situation.
Right.
In the long run. Like,
nah, facts. Who has Zip Coon? I got you, Ash. You got it?
There you go.
Go read it for me.
It says, what is Zip Coon? Zip Coon was a racist character from the 1800s. He was made up by white people in minstrel shows where white actors wore blackface and made fun of black people. The character was a black man who dressed fancy and tried to talk smart, but they made him look stupid and silly.
One more time from the top.
So the character was a black man who dressed fancy and tried to talk smart, but they made him look stupid and silly.
He dressed fancy and tried to talk smart, right? And they what?
But they made him look stupid and silly.
They made him look what?
Stupid and silly.
What other show that allow you to bring some Hennessy and a black and mild on the show? You get what I'm saying? I ain't never seen Stephen A. Smith do that.
Never.
Like people give Stephen A. Smith to shit, but he ain't never did no stuff like that though. Come on, you know what I mean? He was all the big words. It's crazy, you know what I mean? But it's part of who he is. But he ain't never brought no Hennessy and Black and Miles on the show. And then on top of that, he doing all that and he's sleeping with white. He doing all that trying to appease to the black audience. He's sleeping with a white woman. I guess he thought he was trying to appease the black audience that way too. You know what I mean? But he is a zip coon. That's what you call a zip coon. Go ahead, Ak, you want to say something?
If I may, these athletes that go to the Hall of Fame, I think they think because they're in the Hall that they're exempt from being put in situations like this. They can talk to a oppressor's daughter and do those kind of lascivious acts and think there's no consequence. They don't care about none of that. You are still oppressed. You are still, if I may, a nigga in the world with money, and they're going to take it back. And what they do is they get this bread and they give it right back to the oppressor, and they're set up. They all working together, and I feel, I still think about Deshaun Watson, how he failed with these so-called whatever alleged allegations of him messing with these therapists, and they're saying he did something to him. All those cases came against him. It's just the same thing. It's the same thing in this arena, and they all fall for it.
Right.
And it's their fault because you should be fishing with young Edomite whores.
Right. You shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't. But he can't help himself. You know what I mean? He can't help himself. I said, you went and got a 20-year-old OnlyFans model? Oh my goodness. You would think that, you've been in the Hall of Fame. You can't just knock you just a regular female. You know what I mean? Paying her $50,000 to have sex with her. Y'all seen that, right? Wow. Yeah, she was talking about $25,000 a cheek. So like I was reading all of it. I was like, yeah, this is crazy. Go ahead, President.
I was gonna say too, sir, if you see back when they brought up, the internet gonna do due diligence on you. They brought up old videos of people trying to tell them stop messing with these young women.
Yeah.
Get you an older woman your age. Stop
Yeah.
being a little freak older than
Yeah.
you. And get you a black woman your age, and
Right.
settle down.
And then he was trying to get on Donald Rollins. Is it named Donald Rollins?
Donald Rollins.
Yeah, he was trying to get on him for being with young girls, and he would have young. He's like, she's 23. You want to get with a 23-year-old? He got with a 19-year-old. When I say she was 19 at the time, they was having sex. You know what I'm saying? Like this cat. Go ahead.
So you want me to read a little small paragraph from the Guardian about what's going on with him?
Yeah, go ahead. Yep.
Counselor Shannon Sharpe, a former NFL star and prominent sports commentator, is facing a $50 million civil lawsuit filed by Gabriela Zuniga,
Yep.
a 20-year-old woman who alleges that Sharpe sexually assaulted her multiple times during a nearly 2-year relationship that began in 2023. The lawsuit filed in Nevada includes claims of rape, emotional abuse, and non-consensual recording of sexual encounters.
Yeah, good. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. This cat's, he's done for, man. I don't even want to watch this show no more. You got a problem. You know what I'm saying? You need to work on your problem, brother. He's trying to be up in there like, hey, I don't believe the rape part because they said they had sex over 100 times. So, but
she wants the money.
Yeah, she wanted the money. He offered her 10 million. She turned it down. He turned down 10 million. You think you about to get a bag. You know what I'm saying? With that, so you want to bring this out? We want to bring this Shannon Sharpe thing out. Anything else we need to go over this week at camp?
Immigration stuff that's been on for a while.
Immigration stuff.
Immigration.
Yeah, I would definitely go into immigration stuff. Go over the Pope though for sure. The Pope dying. I mean, he was 80-some years old. When you old and die, it's not like, yeah, the Lord took him. Like that ain't. I wouldn't go into that. What you want to go into is the Catholic Church, though. The evilness of the Catholic Church. You want to go into all the children that he's molested and all the children that's going to be molested after him. You know what I'm saying? If you keep bringing your children to that Catholic Church, Hispanics, you know what I mean? The Hispanics love Catholicism, so the Hispanics you got to speak on how they go into that Catholic Church and they get abused. You know what I mean? You want to talk about how they hide that that child molestation by you can look up what's that word when you can look up transferred priest, right? Transferred priest in the Catholic Church and how often it happens. Every time you see the word, when you see a transferred priest, it's probably because he had a situation at his church with kids, so they transfer him. You understand? And transferred priest is the most common thing that happens in the Catholic Church. You get transferred all the time. from South America to America, all over the country, all over the world, excuse me. They get transferred all the time because they didn't build a relationship with a kid for years and maybe kids for years. Then a scandal comes out and then they transfer them. That's it. You understand? All right. So with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Preaching Officer Oscar War.
One courtesy salute to the teacher. And Israel Amijah, please stand. Star facing teacher. And Israel Amijah Shabbat. Amijah. Barak. We're going to start facing the Aquafian. Aquafian, please stand. The Aqua, in this case. We'll give one courtesy salute. And Israel Amijah Shabbat. Amijah. Barak. Yahweh. Matah, class dismissed.